Welcome to part 4 of this Pilates Matwork session where we are working into the hips. This next version we start off in side lying and we're going to start to strengthen around the hips. So bring yourself onto your side. We're going to have long straight legs stacked one on top of the other. In terms of your head support, remember you can either have your arm under your head and a cushion between your ear and your arm, or you can have a thicker cushion and your arm in front of your chest. And make sure that your head feels as if it's in a lovely straight line with your neck and with your spine. If when you start to move the legs you feel any strain in the neck, then definitely add more head support. So from this position with your lovely long straight spine, check your shoulders are stacked one on top of the other, check your hips are stacked one on top of the other. We're going to bring your legs just slightly further forwards to the front corner of your mat, but remember to maintain that lovely straight spinal position. The feet are parallel and slightly flexed. The arm, for more challenge, you can rest it on top of your hip, or for less challenge, for more support, you can bring the hand in front of your chest, either the flat hand on the mat or just your 5 fingertips onto the mat. So what I want you to do first of all, keeping the tummy engaged, both legs will just float off the mat. Turn your thigh bones out into your Pilates stance, come back to parallel and rest the feet. Breathe out to lift, breathe in to rotate, breathe out to parallel, breathe in to rest. We'll do 3 more. Feeling this in the waists and the tummy, and a little bit of work in the bottom and the thighs to rotate the legs. Now let's come into the next stage. So both legs will hover just off the mat. Keep the top leg where it is, but lower and lift just the bottom leg. So this is all about the work for the inner thighs. We'll do 4 more sets. When you finish, rest both legs down, and then from that resting position, come into your Pilates stance. So turn the bottom leg down into the floor, top leg pulls up towards, or turns up towards the ceiling. Then you're going to point your top foot. As you breathe out, lift the leg upwards. Breathe in, flex your foot, pull the heel back down. Breathe out, point and lift. Breathe in, flex and lower. 3 more, keeping a long straight spine. Last one. Then let's bend both of your knees, coming to a chair position, so that front of your knees, the front of the feet to the front of the mat. And again, just check your spine is lovely and long, you're sticking your bum out as though you're sitting onto that chair. We're going to straighten your top arm up to the ceiling now, right above the shoulder joint. Let the arm get absorbed into your shoulders. You feel that weight dropping into the chest. Then you're going to straighten your top leg down the mat and and flex your foot. As you breathe in, we're going to bring your leg forwards, then point your foot, breathe out, take the leg backwards, just behind your hip. Breathe in, come forwards, breathe out, pull back. And you'll feel that as you pull your leg back, you're using your bottom leg in a little bit of opposition to counterbalance you, so that you don't fall backwards as you take the leg behind you. It's the thigh muscles that bring the leg forwards, and it's the bottom muscles that pull the leg backwards. The next time your leg is back, keep it back, and you're going to draw 5 little circles with that long straight leg. Then you'll reverse, another 5. Then grab hold of your foot if you can reach it. You can take the toes, the ankle or the foot, or even your trousers, wherever you can grab hold, and behind you until you feel a stretch into the front of your thigh, the front of your hip. Keep pressing back with the foot, keep pulling back with the knee. Take a deep breath in and then breathe out. Release the knee, let it rest, give it a little shake out or a rub, and then let's swap to the other side. So I'm going to flip my head to the other end of the mat. Feel free just to roll onto your other side. Same thing again. Make sure your head is nicely aligned with your spine. Lovely support for the head, the neck and the shoulders. Shoulders are stacked one on top of the other. Spine is straight and the legs reach down the mat, stacked one on top of the other. Top hand could lengthen along the top hip to challenge your balance, or you can keep the hand in front of your chest, flat or fingertips. Both legs come slightly forwards to the front of the mat, front corner. And we start off again with that little lift and Pilates dance rotation. So that both legs will lift, they turn out in the hips, come back to parallel and rest. Breathe out, breathe in to rotate, breathe out to parallel, breathe in to rest. We'll do 2 more sets. Remember, you're not lifting the legs too high, just taking them away from the floor as much as you can. Now let's bring both legs up. Just the bottom leg goes down and up and down and up. Try and hold that top leg where it is. 6 more sets. When you finished your last set, let both legs rest. Now, keeping the legs on the mat initially, turn both legs out into your Pilates stance. We're going to point the top foot. As you breathe out, the leg floats up, and then flex your foot, pull the heel back down. Breathe in, breathe out, point and lift. Breathe in, flex and lower. Try and keep that length into the top waist. Two more to finish. And when you've finished, rest the legs and bend them up to your 90-degree chair position. So we've got that lovely straight back still, bottom leg stays bent and top leg stretches down the mat into that long position. Top arm reaches up to the ceiling above the shoulder, draw the arm into the shoulder. Then we're going to flex your top foot, bring it forwards, point the foot, take it backwards. Flex to come forwards, point to go back. Try and keep a straight, strong spine. Don't let the spine arch or curl. Stretch the hamstrings as you come forwards, stretch the hip as you go back. So all these muscles building up, all these exercises are building up the muscles for our hip joints. When you've done this last one, keep the leg back. Press that bottom knee down to give you counterweight. Draw 5 little circles, the whole leg inside your hip. When you've done 5, reverse. Go the other way. Keep breathing as you circle. Lovely, even, long movements. When you've done your last set, bend that knee, grab hold of your foot. Keeping the knee more or less at hip height, pull the leg back behind you. Stretch into that left hip, your top hip, whichever leg that is. Relax the head, breathe into the body. And then release the foot, bring it back onto the bottom leg, give your legs a little rub or a smack, anything that helps you release tension. And from there, we're going to transition onto your tummy. So take away any head cushions, you don't need these. We're going to come onto your front, and I want you to have a little bit of space at the top of your mat. Your hands are going to come into diamond press position, so your thumbs connect together, your fingertips connect together, or the index fingers, and your forehead rests onto the mat. Elbows are bent and heavy. You could draw your legs together, or you can keep them slightly apart if you prefer. Now just before we start to move the body, I want you to really focus on your breath. So you're going to take a deep breath in, press your belly wall into the mat. And as you breathe out, feel the tummy draw towards your spine. Breathe in, expand the rib cage. Feel the sides of the body, the back of the body, the front of the body expand. Breathe out. Feel the diaphragm contract and the body draw inwards. We'll do 3 more deep lateral breaths. When you finish this last breath, we're going to start to move just the top of your spine, diamond press. So we draw the tummy to the spine, slide your nose forward, lift the back of the head, peel the chest forwards and upwards. Breathe in there. Breathe out, come down to rest. So you'll notice it's a tiny little movement, just the very top of the spine. So head, neck and upper back, going slightly forward, slightly upwards. And then releasing back to the center. Think of the shoulder blades drawing down the back, that connection between them and down the body as the breastbone lengthens towards your thumbs and then rides over the thumbs. 2 more sets. When you finish this next set, we're going to add in a little bit of movement for the arms and further range of movement for the spine. So you could watch me first if you need to. We're going to start with your diamond press. And once you're in that position, the hands swivel outwards into a parallel position. Then you push your hands into the floor and continue to raise your spine off the mat by straightening the elbows. Then come down onto the elbows. Bring your thumbs and index fingers together into diamond press and rest your spine back into the floor. Breathe in at the bottom, connect the tummy. Breathe out, come up through the top of your spine. Breathe in, swivel the hands out. Breathe out, come up through the rest of your spine, straightening the elbows. Breathe in at the top and breathe out. Elbows come down, hands come together and you rest back into the floor. Feel that lovely length through the body. Try and keep the shoulders as relaxed as you can, or at least a sense of them drawing down the body rather than creeping up to the ears. We're going to do 2 last sets to finish off. When you finish your final set, you could bring your hands under your shoulders next to the rib cage, push yourself back into rest position. Obviously, if you prefer, bring yourself onto your back and hug your knees to your chest. You could reach the arms out in front into a lovely rest position stretch, child's pose. You could make a pillow for your head, rest your hands onto your head. Head onto your hands. Or bring your arms to your sides and let the shoulders just drop and relax into the mat. If you want a last little stretch for the body, keep your arms in front for your child's pose, and then walk both of your hands over to the right as far as you can go. Pop your left hand onto the right hand and breathe into that left side of the body. You could also lean with your pelvis over to the left, but keep reaching your arms to the right. You really stretch down that left side of the body. Come back to the center with your arms and your pelvis. Walk your hands over to the left as far as you can, and pop the right hand on your left hand. Breathe into the right side of the body. Lean the pelvis over to the left if you want, almost dropping off the feet. Hold that stretch, breathe deep and wide and full, and then gently come back to the center again. Stay centered. Draw the tummy to the spine, round your back, and gently roll yourself back up into your low kneeling or high kneeling, and eventually come up to sitting or standing. Really, really nice work, well done. Hope you enjoyed that, hope you feel good for it, hopefully the hips feel much more released and open and strong, and I look forward to seeing you for another session another time. Bye for now, well done.